And so I was kind of flogging with him. Put my hand under my shirt like, nigga, what you say? Ain't got nothing down there. What? You know, I'm popping cone now.
Okay.
Nigga, what? Nigga, you know who you talking to? You know, then grab this child out of arms and come back to Memphis. And I get to Memphis and I call him. I said, look, I just went on. I brought him back up here to Memphis. And I'm going to spend the weekend with him and I'll bring him back. She told me, she said, no, don't bring him back. He's as much yours as he is mine.
So she
You
didn't have
take care of him.
she didn't have you on child support or anything at this
No,
point.
no, we separate now because we were still married. We ain't
Okay.
gotten divorced yet.
Okay.
And then because most men, well, I can't say most men because I don't know all men. Some men don't want to take the responsibility of taking care of another man's child. They want what's between the mother's leg, but they don't want the whole package deal. And it's supposed to be a package deal. Now, watch this. Go back to the line in the liners. When a female comes to the pride, if she's got a male child with her, that line will kill that male child
Right.
because it's not his.
Right.
He doesn't want their responsibility. There's an order to everything. We are the top of the animal kingdom, the human. We're supposed to be more wiser. We're supposed to be smarter than all the other animals. But we don't. We're not, rather. Let me put it that way. And so, because he wasn't treating my son the way he should, and my son was baby 3 years old. She was glad. She didn't tell me this initially, but she was glad I had gotten him. She wanted to get him out of this situation. And then because she knew that I was going to raise him, one thing she knew, I was crazy about my kids. And I'm going to take care of my child. And so when I got that, was it hard? Yes. Was it too hard for me to do? Hell no. Because I'm a man. That's what men do. Men take care of their responsibility. I think I said this one time to a friend I used to work with. I think I said this, Carl. You know the difference between a man and a boy?
What's that?
A man take responsibility for his action. A boy make excuses. A man is late getting to work. He's gonna come in. Hey Chris, hey man, I apologize. I was late. I'm here. Look, what do I need to do? Give me this or that. Boy gonna come in. Man, Chris, man, you know the traffic was bagged up and man, and the dog ate the cat's homework and all this. He gonna come up with 100 excuses not to do what he was supposed to do. Well, you know, man, I ain't come to work yesterday because man, my car broke down. But damn, the bus is running. I'd rather get there late than not to show up. Because if I get there late, even if I caught the bus, even if I walked, that's gonna show my employee this man is serious about being at work. I can't send him back home. Man caught the bus to work. He walked. But then you don't show up. And then you don't really call to the end of your shift or the next day. Man, don't you know you weren't here? You know what kind of position that put the team in? Why didn't you catch what on it? Not taking responsibility. Men take responsibility for their action. Boys make excuses. And when women are raising boys, they're teaching them to make excuses.
Is that because women are not holding themselves accountable for the things that they do? That's just how the culture of women are?
Yeah,
Or
because they are by nature, they are nurturers. They're nurturers. They want to take care. You know, a woman, she get through having sex and sex was good, she want to turn over, lay her head in your chest, and oh, let me lay your head. Man, like, look, let me go to sleep. Let me go out here in the back porch, give me a cigar and give me some brandy or something. You know, all this cuddling, it's okay. But by nature, they're nurturers. That's what they do. They're nurturers. Um, Men, we look at the situation, and as a man, you're supposed to be looking at how you want this, what the end result is. The end result is.
Mhm.
You're not looking at, this is my problem and I can't do nothing. You're looking at it, okay, what do I need to do to get from A to B to C? These are the steps I need to do. Women, and I'm not saying now, please, women, don't take this wrong way. I'm not saying women don't do that, but many of them, or some of them, they don't, because by nature, they're just nurturers. They want to put my head on. It's okay. It's okay. Dad, boy, if you don't get your ass and get over there and do what you got to do. One of the things my brother and I used to hate, but my mama said, I'm going to tell your daddy when he get home.
Right.
Oh, well, mama really didn't have to say that because, Little May Jonah, God rest her soul, love death. But man, you get wrong and daddy home, she get that cast and skeleton go upside your head. Now, she never did me like that. But we knew,
Well, at
mom,
least you,
that
you don't remember her doing you like
no,
that.
no, she didn't do me like that. Nah, but I do remember this. Mama, I was talking one time, dad went at home. We were getting ready to go somewhere. And coming down stairs from our house with mama. And mama told me to be quiet. I think we were going to church. And coach told you we sang in a gospel group. And so, you gotta wear the same suit, you gotta have on the same tie. And so I did not like this necktie mama had us to wear. I didn't like this thing. And I'm just complaining. Mama said, I told you to be quiet. Shut up. And get in his car. Next thing I know, seriously, pow! I'm trying to get teeth out of my throat. And she didn't even look around. She kept going. And I didn't stop. I keep on going to get in the car. But one thing we hated for mom said, let me tell you, I'm gonna tell your daddy. Cause we know. First of all, we knew our daddy loved us. And daddy was one, he would never whoop us when he was angry. He didn't do that. Because he said, if I whoop you while I'm angry about the situation, I'm going to be abusing you with the licks. And wait till I calm down, I can explain it to you. And then this is going to be the consequence. And so, and when my daddy, and when daddy calmed down, he spanked us, he talked to us the whole time. You're like, oh my God, this taking forever. Dude, get this over with. Mama, get out here. You get down. Dad's like, Alan, then you weren't supposed to do that. Come on, like, dude, beat me and get it over with.
Well, at least your dad didn't stutter or anything, right?
No, he didn't stutter, but I
Okay.
wish he had her. Got this over with. Got this over with. But anyway, my mom and my dad, man, they didn't play, and they didn't allow us to play one against the other. So if mom said something,
Right.
guess what? Dad come in, we're like, Dad, don't do it. Have you asked your mom about that?
Right.
Okay, what did she say? Cause you stuttering. So that means you already talked about it. Well, she said, well, if that's what she said.
Right.
Now, we asked dad about something. Said, did you talk to mom? No, we ain't talked to her about it yet. Well, okay, let me look at it. All right, fine. You can do it. Go tell your mom I told you can do it because you hadn't talked to her. But if you've already talked to her about it, don't come running to me trying to play one against the other. We're not doing that. And unfortunately, with these relationships these days with these women, And again, please don't take this wrong way, women, but it's the truth. It's all good
Mhm.
because they want that dick, because they want that father figure. They'll do whatever to keep that man happy. No, you shouldn't be the one keeping him happy. He should be the one keeping you happy. He's the man.
So you saying nowadays women will do whatever to keep the man happy?
Yes. Yes. Oh, now, yeah, you got some out there try to pop cone. But I remember a guy told me, I won't call his name. He told me that I was working at this place, and he was talking to his buddy. Man, uh, such and such said, man, if I get her some dick this weekend, she gonna get me them new Jordan shoes or whatever was come out. And I said, he must be crazy. Woman doing that. So I went to him. I said, man, why you tripping, dude? He said, no, Mr. Allen. He said, I'm serious. This where a girl live. He said, come over here. True story. True story. He said, I'm gonna call. I said, don't say nothing. We walked in the back of the truck. 18 wheeler was unloading. I was I was a trainer. But then he said, don't say nothing. He called her. He said, girl, you still I come over and I give you a big papa. You still gonna do that for me when you get paid? Yeah. I got you that jacket. I told you. I'm gonna get you them shoes for a dick. At first, I didn't believe him, but when I heard it with my own ears, listen, you should know this. When we were coming up, man, we had to work for it. We had to put some work in to get in them pants. Well, I didn't get in the pants. I just put the work in. But when we're coming up in my day, dude, you had to put some work in. You just didn't get this overnight.
True.
But nowadays,
Mhm.
men don't have to do anything because the women, they seen their mother do that.
Mhm.
They've seen their mother do that. So there's a different man
Mhm.
every other month.
So you saying the men are spoiled nowadays?
Yes. It used to be we taking care of the woman. Now the woman is taking care of us. Now I'm not saying woman is not supposed to do things for men, but I'm just saying she's spoiled. Look, there is no way, and men, I'm saying this if you get mad, I don't care. You know, God got my back, so come on with it. But why are you taking her car, dropping her off at work
Mhm.
every morning or every night, and then you're going back home to her apartment and you playing the video game? Why?
Mhm. Mhm.
Why are you waiting on her to get paid so you can have some money in your pocket? What? See, it's off balance.
Mhm.
It's off balance. In anything, and you should know this. You work in wastewater. You work with pipes and things.
Mhm.
What happens when something get off balance in the system?
Well, it overflows somewhere else.
It overflows somewhere else.
Right.
And if you don't get it straightened out, it'll tear the whole system down.
Right. Right. It cause more problems on down the stream, and then an
And
even bigger mess. Right.
and that's what's happening because we as men are not taking responsibility to help raise our children. The woman is trying to do it herself, and she does not know how to raise a male child. I don't care if they get mad. This is what the Bible says. She can't raise a male child to be a man. She can raise him to be a good individual.
All right. So, okay. So let's go into, I guess, today's times when I guess you were fortunate to where your baby mom was willing to either work with you or at least share responsibility with your children. Now, not all of us out here could say that we have that privilege or opportunity or luxury to have a woman that sees the value of the man being, as you know, part of the child's life or whatnot. So they go to court,
Right.
and then the court would just won't even give a man an option.
Well, I'm glad you went there
So
because what I was gonna say, oh, it was good for a second when she didn't know I had another woman.
okay.
But soon as she found out there was another mistress and we were getting serious, all the baby mama drama started coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all that drama started coming out. And that's when she didn't want to divorce me. She didn't want to sign the papers or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Even though now I had been raising my child for 2, 3 years by myself
Mm-hmm.
without her. Never asked her for a dime. Never asked her for a dime. But I made sure
Mm-hmm.
I did stuff for my daughter. I sent her money for my daughter. I bought stuff for different occasions and stuff. But man, when it came to going to court, she tried to take me down through there.
So she wasn't trying to she didn't want to break up from you.
Well, because when I started getting myself together
Mm-hmm.
and saying, can I just be frank?
Yeah.
Stop acting like a little hoe ass bitch
Okay.
and start acting like a man. Get yourself together and do what you're supposed to do. When I got my son, I had to step it up. I had to learn how to cook. I couldn't go get McDonald's every day. And it was a struggle because before I got my son, the money I was making was good for me.
Right.
But when you got this child, he's got to have diapers, he's got to have formula. He's growing up, he's got to eat, he's got to cook. Man, he's growing so fast. By the time you buy him a pair of shoes, 4 months later, you got to buy another pair because he's outgrown. He's outgrown that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get child care for him. See, this is what women go through that men don't know about because we want to shuck our responsibility off on her and say, well, here, you with that other nigga, let him take care of him. Hold on. That other nigga didn't make that child with her. You did.
So I mean, in your situation, was that other guy, was that her side dude?
Yeah, there was somebody she had met when she had gone back home. Guy she knew. Um, and they hooked up, they hooked up together.
Right. So I mean,
Um,
so she was kind of doing exactly what you were doing, right?
well, she was looking for somebody to help her take care of those children
Okay.
because it was becoming a struggle and
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't making the money that I was making. And thank God I was blessed. Thank God I was blessed. Um, and I was a hustler. I was a hustler. I wouldn't, again, we didn't have cell
So
phones
you were
then,
all
but
the H's. You was a hustler, a husband,
yeah,
and
I
and,
walk into a job
and
and tell them, look, I need
and
a job. You
and
need
the
to
hoe.
hire me. Yes, all of them. But I had to let the whole part go. Yeah, because see, it's hard to be a single parent, a single parent, and be a hoe. Now, if you still living with mama, then mama really raising their grandchild. Most of them will let you get away with that, and they'll let you run it because that's my grandbaby.
So I mean, you were still with your mom.
No, no,
Oh,
no,
okay,
no.
you
I had my own.
had your
I
own
had my
place.
own place.
Okay.
But the thing my mom and my dad told me is that we've got your back. And I remember my dad told me this: we're not going to be God or do what God will do. Because God said in the Bible, God said, when you've done all you can do, then stand and see the salvation of the Lord. God saying a lot of times you don't get stuff done in your life because you haven't done all you can do. You keep running to me, crying to me, and I've given you authority in the earth. So mom and dad said, we've got your back if you need our help. We got your back. We're gonna love our grandson. We're gonna help him, but you're going to be that man that we've raised you to be. And so anyway, I had my son. I had to get myself together because